Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to another Swoosh English and Connetics IELTS speaking class. My name is Grace, and it's great to see lots of people joining again today. Leave me a message in the comments or the chat to let me know where you're joining from. It's always nice to know where everybody is in the world. I am joined today, as always, by Jennifer from Connetics, and I'm going to bring her in now to talk to you a little bit about the Swoosh Connetics IELTS Scholarship. So hi, Jennifer. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay.
Nice to see you. It's been a while.
It has been a little while. It's been too long, my friend. We're doing good. We started our weekend out a little early, so I'm excited about that. And and I get to spend my morning with you for a little while. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here with us today. If you do not already know me, my name is Jennifer Olsen. I am the IELTS support specialist here at Connetics USA. So I have a little role here, and what I do is help you through the process of the starting process to the very end of you finishing your IELTS exam. So that's kind of exciting. So once you are all done with your NCLEX, you will be handed off to me where I will help get you started in your wonderful, extensive review with Swoosh English. So that's kind of what my role is here. I'm going to go through a couple of things with you here really quickly, and just to go over, give you a little briefing on what I do here and how we're going to get you to pass.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah. So what we have here is our success path. For some reason, this is a little small on my end. Why do you think that is?
Ooh,
I'm blind. That's why I got to wear these little gizmos.
Does this help? Is that a bit bigger now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're good now. Now I can see. Wait till you get to be my age. So we've put together a little success path for you. So that's kind of exciting. We've got a few phases here for you. So starting with your phase one is the NCLEX, your fast pass. So that's just something that I mentioned to qualify as an RN. So if you are not already, if you've not done that, that is okay too. We can guide you in the right direction for that. So that's a common question too. You cannot, some nurses feel like they can't apply if they don't have their NCLEX, and that is not true. Please apply. Please apply. So your second step is your preparation for your interview, screening match interview. So we will go out of our way to make sure that you are paired up and put in the right destination, the right state, and the right hospital or center. So you will prosper and have a great life. So your phase three is your visa framework. So you're looking at a TN visa or your green card, and your case specialist will give you more information on that. As I'm just learning, that is not the part that I manage. So your case specialist will know more about what you're looking for with that. So we'll gather your documents and get everything ready for that. Your licensing and your credentialing is your phase four. You're looking at your English proficiency exam, and that's why you are here. So if you are here, more than likely you need to pass your IELTS exam. So then you move on to the get ready game plan. You're looking at a few things here. It can be a little overwhelming, but don't fret. You'll get through it. You're looking at your financial, your language, your clinical, your immigration, and prepare for your transition. So all of that can be scary, but you just take it one day at a time and one step at a time through me and or your case specialist. And your arrival sequence for your sixth step. You're looking at your orientation, you've got your training, a few other things, your housing, your spouse support. So I know it's always, it seems a little overwhelming from the beginning to the end, but you do take it step by step, and before you know it, you'll be here. If you follow our Facebook page, you'll see all of our, not just the reviews, but when you as a nurse, once you come here, I mean, it's kind of neat. Olsen, I think, is the most recent person who has just come here, blowing up our Facebook page with pictures and all the details. He just got here. So that's where you come in. Your seventh part of the success path is enjoy and prosper. And you're going to get here and you're going to post all these wonderful pictures for all of us on Facebook to see. And it's pretty exciting time. So I know all of you have friends or family. You're coming here to either, and maybe you don't, that's okay. But that's the exciting thing. Alden, he just got here and we're getting to see all the new things, just through pictures. So it's kind of neat. So Connetics IELTS program and the assets. We're looking at the complimentary IELTS review course. Connetics USA has offered a scholarship given to you 100% free. It's all inclusive, which is super nice. You do get your review for free. IELTS classes weekly, and that's where Grace comes in. So we do have ex-IELTS examiners like Grace and several others. We post this also not daily, but a few times during the week in our Telegram group. You will know when our classes are. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We've also got a grammar essential class that has picked up on Wednesday and Friday. So you definitely want to get involved in that. Free study groups and study partners. That's something that we can help set you up with. And the easiest way to do that is also through our Telegram group. You want to make sure you're in our Telegram group. I always say that. It just seems to be the easiest way to communicate with all of my nurses and if they are needing a speaking partner or whatever the case might be. I get questions all day long. So free Facebook group, like I just mentioned, we do have our Facebook group, and that's also posted in our Telegram group if you need a link for that. That's just our Connetics Swoosh Facebook group where all the information is posted in there as well if you're on Facebook like I am. Free WhatsApp Telegram group. We were in WhatsApp and our group got to be so big, which is a nice problem to have. We had a cute little group of less than 250 and we are almost to 1,000, Grace.
That's amazing. So many nurses.
Almost 1,000 in the Telegram group. So we have quadrupled in size. We are enormous. So that's kind of neat. So Connetics IELTS support specialist. You will be blessed with having to see me all the time. I know a lot of the nurses are glad that they see me all the time and some are not when they're going through the process. And my apologies for that. But once you pass and you open up your email or you get that text message, I'm one of the first people that they come to tell. And they say, oh, Jennifer, thank you for kicking me in the rear or spanking me, or thank you for checking on me. And so you will always have the support from me almost 24/7. So monthly IELTS raffle for Connetics scholars. We try to do that at the end of the month. So the last Friday of the month. That would be today, except this morning is a little busy with everything going on. So it just didn't really work out. We will do the raffle for May next Friday. Okay, so you don't want to miss that. What does the raffle consist of? You get your IELTS exam paid for by Connetics. So that's kind of exciting. So if you are active in your review, your name is put in the hat, and our little mascot will, for Connetics, will draw out a name, and hopefully you are the lucky winner. All right, moving on. Sorry, I must have a little frog. Our IELTS scholarship program, what does that consist of? There's a lot to say about the review, so we have tried to compact it into something small for you to understand, but what you're looking at is 8 modules with 8 milestone tests. You definitely want to make sure you can work through all 8 modules. At the end of each module does have the milestone test. Unfortunately, I do get a lot of nurses that say, okay, Jen, I'm going to sit for my exam in 2 or 3 weeks. What can we do to start the review? So that probably won't work. I do want to let you know that you're looking at least a couple of months to work through these modules and the milestone test. That's essential to pass your IELTS exam the first time. We also offer the 20 writing corrections, which is kind of nice. So once you go to your dashboard, that's also a common question. Jen, where do my writing corrections go? They go in your dashboard. Once you log in, you go to your dashboard and you will see writing corrections, and that's where you will submit them. We also offer the recorded live classes from the ex-IELTS examiners like Grace herself. So if you do miss today's class, that is okay. Go ahead and go to your dashboard again. Everything is in your dashboard, and you will see where we have all these recorded live classes. Feel free to browse around in there and watch them all. We've got mock exams. This is also a common question, Jen. Where are the mock exams? You're going to find those also. In your review on your, when you scroll to the very, very end, you're going to see a handful of mock exams for you. Okay, we also offer some speaking partners. And this is where I stress again, please join our Telegram group if you have not yet already. That's the easiest place. We can get you a speaking partner if you just want one-on-one. I'm sorry. We can do that, or we can put you in a group, something like that, a little bit bigger. And that's what more people prefer. So there's just, so it's easier, makes it more exciting. And around the clock support from Swoosh and Connetics and more. So that's definitely true. Again, I mentioned the Telegram group. Grace is in the Telegram group. We've also got Barb, our Swoosh. She's on the Swoosh end as well. She's always taking care of the writing correction side of it and doing everything else too. So anyway, all the support you could need. Definitely sign up today. If you are not a Connetics nurse, you need to be a Connetics nurse. So if you are a nurse already and you are looking to move to the USA, click that little pretty link right in front of you and sign up today. We'd love to get you going, and we've got everything for you to start your process of moving to the USA. So if you have any questions, please reach out to one of us.
Lovely. Thank you, Jennifer. So informative as always. So I hope everyone found that information interesting and useful.
Yes. Well, I love seeing you every Friday, and I guess you guys, I'll see you again next Friday. Is that right? Is it next Friday?
I believe it is next Friday. Yes. So we will do our class today, and we'll be back again for another one next week. So yeah.
You will. All right. And I'll see you in an hour to close.
Absolutely. Well, enjoy the class, and I will see you very soon, Jennifer.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye. Okay, lovely. Thank you so much to Jennifer. Right, everybody, let's continue with the class then. So let me share what we are going to be doing today. Oh, where it is? There we go. So the aims of this class today are to practice talking about hypothetical situations in your speaking part 2. So you'll find that sometimes in the part 2 questions, you might have to talk about something hypothetical. So we're going to focus on that today and see how you can do that to the best of your ability. And the aim of this, of course, is to use a range of grammatical structures when speaking. So as you know, if you've looked at the marking criteria, this is something that you will be graded on. And then, of course, as always, we will practice some part 2 questions. So let's start, as always, by reminding ourselves of these assessment questions. So 4 things to keep in mind when we're doing our speaking practice today. The first one is pronunciation. So was the speaker's pronunciation accurate, natural, and easy to understand? So that's something we need to ask ourselves. The next one, fluency and coherence. So did the speaker speak at a natural pace? Sometimes people feel that in order to demonstrate fluency, they have to speak as fast as possible. That is not the case. It needs to be natural. So not too fast, not too slow. And also, did they use language to logically connect their ideas? The next one, grammatical range and accuracy. So is the speaker using a range of structures, and are they using them accurately? And finally, lexical resource. Did the speaker use a range of appropriate vocabulary accurately? Now, today we are going to be focusing on grammatical range and accuracy. So they're all important to keep in mind when you're practicing, but this is the one we will focus on in today's class. Let me just see who we've got in the class today. We've got JG, Ron, Elsie, and Shay. Very nice to see everybody here. Hopefully you're up for doing some practice later. And also, thank you so much for joining us. We've got People all over the world today. I can see you're joining from the United Arab Emirates, the Philippines, Nigeria, South Africa, Ethiopia, and Japan. Oh, and another from the UAE. Wonderful. Hi, everybody. It's really great to have you here. So, how can you demonstrate a range of grammatical structures in IELTS speaking? I've just realized it says vocabulary. Please excuse that. We're talking about grammar. So, how can you demonstrate a range of grammar when you are doing your IELTS speaking? Write your ideas in the comments or in the chat. Let me know how you think you can demonstrate this in the IELTS speaking test. Or maybe tell me some more complex grammatical structures that you know that you should be trying to use. So give me some examples. What types of grammar can you use? How can you demonstrate a range? It's not the easiest question to answer, but let's all have a think and write our ideas in the chat or in the comments if you're watching from Facebook or YouTube. So everyone's having a think about this one. Remember that the IELTS speaking test gets more technically more difficult as you go on. So the initial part 1 conversation will be more simple sentences, but as you move through the IELTS speaking test, you will be given the opportunity to demonstrate more range. So when you get to part 2 and especially part 3, you'll be talking perhaps about hypothetical things. You might be having to use a range of tenses, so talking about things that happened in the past, the present, and the future. So this is how we can demonstrate our range. So thinking about the question that you've been asked and how you can demonstrate a range of structures. Okay. So sometimes you'll need to talk about hypothetical situations. Okay, so a situation in the present or future that's hypothetical, okay? How confident do you feel doing this? So I'd like everybody to write in the chat or write in the comments how confident you feel talking about hypothetical situations. So 1, not very confident at all. I hate talking about hypothetical situations. 5, very confident. I could do it in my sleep. So let's have a vote, everybody. How confident do you feel talking about hypothetical situations? Okay, so Ron is saying 3/4, so a 3.5 Ron. Okay, well, that's good. JG is saying 3. Okay, so you feel medium. You don't love talking about it, but you can. Okay, well, hopefully, by the end of today's class, we can increase those 3s to perhaps a 5. So I will ask you again at the end of the class. I can see we've got someone else on Facebook saying 3, Aloha Kemi. I hope I said your name right. You are also a 3. Okay, well, I'm really hoping that we can improve those numbers and help you feel more confident. So, what grammatical structure can we use to talk about hypothetical situations? We can use the second conditional. So maybe you are already familiar with this particular grammar structure, but we can use the second conditional to talk about hypothetical situations. Let's look at an example. So, if you could go anywhere on holiday, where would you go? So we are talking about a situation in the future, but we're not talking about something that's likely to happen. This is hypothetical. We don't think we're going to have the chance to go anywhere on holiday. I wish we could, but it's hypothetical. So take a look at my answer. If I could go anywhere on holiday, I would go to Australia to see the kangaroos. That is my dream holiday destination. Now let's just look a little bit at the grammar that we've used here. So in the first part of the sentence, I've used if and then the past simple. So if I could. So after if, we always use the past simple for second conditional. And then in the second part, we have would and then a simple verb. So I would go. So now I'd like everybody in the chat, in the comments, to answer this question. If you could go anywhere on holiday, where would you go? So I will give you a moment to think and write in the comments, write in the chat. If I could go anywhere on holiday, I would go. Where would you go? Let me know. Maybe someone else would also like to go to Australia. Where would you go? So Ron and LC and JG, let me know. I'm very interested to know where you would like to go on holiday if you had the opportunity to go anywhere. Let's have a look. I think everybody's thinking hard. It's not the easiest question. If you enjoy traveling and you enjoy holidays, maybe you would like to go to many, many countries, but just tell me one. If I could go anywhere on holiday, Ron is saying I would go back to the Philippines. Ron, I've never been to the Philippines, but I would love to go as well. If I could go to the Philippines on holiday this summer, I absolutely would. Thank you, Ron. And you've used perfect grammar there, so well done. Okay, well, if anyone else would like to contribute by writing into the chat or the comments, let me know. JG said, if I could go somewhere this coming holiday, I would prefer to visit Jordan, particularly Petra. Okay, I've never been to Jordan either, but that sounds amazing. Yes, going to Petra would be amazing. JG, if I'm just being very picky here, you don't need to say prefer. You could just say, I would visit. Okay, so if I could go somewhere this coming holiday, I would visit or I would go to Jordan. Is good. I can see that Natu has said Florida, so you would go to Florida. John is saying California. Lovely. Florida and California, both very sunny places from what I know. Okay, wonderful. So now we've got the structure. Oh, Elsie, you would visit New York. Oh, lovely. Yeah, to see the Statue of Liberty. Okay, I hope one day you all get to go to those places. Now, a quick note before we go on. You can see in my example, I've said, I would go to Australia. However, when we are speaking, it's more common to use a contraction. So I would becomes I'd. So I'd go to Australia to see the kangaroos. So if you are speaking, which of course you will be in the speaking test, using that contraction helps you to, well, it would help in your pronunciation, okay? So making sure that you're using that contraction is more natural way of using this piece of grammar. So I recommend everyone practice that. I'd go to Australia. I'd go to New York. I'd go to the Philippines. I'd. It's quite a difficult one, so definitely practice that to help with your pronunciation. So with that in mind, let's look at an example part 2 question. So you can see here I have highlighted the hypothetical language used in this question. Describe a holiday you would like to go on. Now, do not get caught out by this. Make sure you don't start talking about a holiday that you've already been on, okay? This is a holiday that you would like to go on, okay? It's hypothetical. So you should say where you would go, who you would go with, what you would do, and explain why you would like to go on this holiday, okay? So here, this is a nice example of how you can use a range of grammar in the speaking test because you're using hypothetical language and you can use that second conditional. So I'd like everybody to think about how you would answer this question and maybe write a sentence in the comments or in the chat, either saying where you would go or who you would go with or what you would do or why you would like to go on this holiday. So just choose one of these bullet points and write your answer into the chat. Remember to use that hypothetical language. So while everybody's thinking about that, I can tell you that I would like to go to, I would like to go to the Philippines. Let's go with the Philippines, Ron. I would go with, I think, my best friends who love traveling as well to different places. What would we do? I think I've heard that the Philippines has lots of islands. So I think we would maybe try to go and visit some different islands. Maybe we would take a boat. And why would I like to go? Well, I've always been very interested in going to the Philippines because so many people tell me that it's absolutely beautiful. So that's why I would like to go. Now, let's see. I can't see any ideas yet in the chat, but no worries. We're going to move on and take a look at a full sample answer. Okay. So here you can see part of an answer to this question. I'm going to give everyone a moment to read this and try to identify any hypothetical language they can see. And if you find any, please write it in the chat. So we're looking for hypothetical language. So use of would, I would go, I would see, for example. I would like, I would love. Yes, Ron, thank you very much. I would absolutely love to go there with my best friend. So there we've got an example. Can you see any more? So I'm talking about where I would like to go, what I would like to do, why I would like to go. Let's see if we can find all of those examples in this paragraph. Thanks again, Ron. Yeah, we would take, absolutely, JG, we would like to see. Yes, very good. We've got a few examples in here, actually, because I'm talking about a situation that's not real. Okay, it's an imaginary situation. So that's why we've got many uses of would. Okay, well done, everybody, for identifying those. Let me show you now. I've highlighted for you in blue. So we've got, I would absolutely love to go there with my best friend. We've got a conditional here. If we ever had the chance, we would take 6 months off work and travel. So remember that structure, if plus past simple, if we had the chance, and then would. We would take 6 months off. The main reason we'd like to go, we'd have to go and see the kangaroos. And then at the end, another conditional. It would mean so much to me if my childhood dreams came true. Notice that the clauses have been reversed there. We haven't started with the if clause. That's okay. We can reverse them. So it would mean so much to me if my childhood dreams came true. So that use of past simple after if. So an example here with lots of hypothetical language. I'd now like all of you to practice with me. So I'm going to show you a question. Can you answer the question in the chat, trying to use the second conditional? So here we go. If you could do any job, which job would you do? Into the chat, let me know. What job would you do? Maybe you would do the job that you're doing right now. But does anybody have a dream job? If you could do any job, which job would you do? I think my dream job was always to be a travel writer. I think it probably sounds a lot more glamorous than it is in reality, but the idea of going to different places, different countries, getting to try lots of different food and then writing about it for a book or a magazine, that would be my dream job. But I do also love being a teacher. So what would everyone else like to do? So Ron, LC, JG, what job would you do if you could do any job? And everyone else who's listening along at home, please let me know. I imagine we have lots of nurses, or at least healthcare professionals with us today. So is that your dream job? Is that the job you would do? So Ron, I would like to be a doctor. Excellent, Ron. JG, I would like to be a seafarer if I'm not a nurse. Wow, a seafarer. That is an exciting sounding job. So JG, you've put I'd would. So just be careful here. It's either I'd like or I would like, but we can't say I'd would like, okay? So you need to just use one of those. Okay, we've got one on Facebook saying, if I got a job, I would get a job which is a doctor. Okay, so you would like to be a doctor, my young lady. Lovely. Just I would be a doctor. I think is better. If I got a job, I would be a doctor. Okay, lovely. So we've got a couple of people wanting to be a doctor. That's great. So which famous person would you most like to meet? So if you could meet any famous person, which famous person would you like to meet? So it could be, well, anyone, anybody famous. Who would you like to meet? Okay. Oh, hello, Wahab. That's a lovely message that you've sent in the Facebook group there. Very nice to have you joining. And yes, hopefully soon you can be part of the Connetics Swoosh family. Okay. Lovely. So Elsie says, I would love to meet Queen Elizabeth. Oh, that's an interesting one, Elsie. I'm sure she would have many, many interesting stories to tell. I would love to meet Queen Elizabeth. That's a really good sentence. So well done. Oh, and Joyce on Facebook has just written, I would like to meet Queen Elizabeth. So maybe you can meet her together one day. JG says, I'd like to meet and greet Elon Musk. Ron says, I would love to see in person Barack Obama. Okay, a good range of famous people. Yeah, Elon Musk would be interesting, and Barack Obama too. Excellent, thanks everybody. So the next one. If you could live anywhere, where would you live? I can see Myung has said, I would like to meet BTS. I hope that you manage to achieve that one day. But yes, of course, we're using hypothetical language, so it's imaginary situations, unfortunately. So if you could live anywhere, where would you live? This is such a difficult question, I think, because there are so many amazing places that you could potentially live. So what does everyone think? You can just tell me the country or the city. Okay, Ron, the USA. Well, that is why you're here, right? So I would like to reside, okay? We don't say I would want, we say I would like. So I would like to reside in the USA. JG, I would like to live in the USA. And also on Facebook, Oluwakemi, I would like to live in the USA. Okay, well, that is why we're all here, right? The reason we are all in this class today is to study for the IELTS, pass the IELTS, and move to the USA. So not a surprising answer to that question. Excellent. I wish everybody luck with your dream. Jane, if I could live anywhere, I would love to live in the USA, Texas with my family. Well, I do hope you achieve that dream one day, Jane. So it is time for us to practice, okay? So everyone has done a great job of using the second conditional so far, so well done. Now I'm going to bring people into the class. We have Ron, Elsie, and JG today, so I'm hoping all three of you would like to participate. Everybody who's listening along on Facebook and YouTube, you can write into the comments as you're listening any hypothetical language you hear them use. Remember, it's really great practice if you can't practice with me yourself to listen to other students doing it and get some feedback, okay? So anyone listening along on Facebook, please do in the comments give some feedback to our students. So I'm very excited to meet everybody today. So who should I bring in first? I think, Ron, I'm going to bring you into the class first and see if you would like to practice with me. Hi, Ron.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good, thanks. How are you, Grace?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. Where are you joining us from today? Which country?
I'm currently in New Zealand.
In New Zealand. Wow, amazing. Which part of New Zealand?
In Auckland.
In Auckland. Lovely. Oh, well, that's a very nice place to live, I'm sure. Ron, would you like to do some speaking part 2 practice with me today?
Yeah, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Okay. I'm hearing a little bit of noise on your microphone, so maybe you just want to move your microphone so it's not touching anything. There's a little bit of background noise, my end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it better now?
I can still hear it a little bit, but don't worry. As long as you can hear me and I can hear you, that's fine. So, Ron, I'm going to share with you your question. Okay, so here is your part 2 question, Ron. I'm going to give you 1 minute to make some notes and prepare, and then I'll give you 2 minutes to speak, okay? So your 1 minute to make your notes starts now, okay? Okay. Lovely. So while Ron is preparing, I will just encourage everybody else who's listening along at home to also have a go at making some notes for the question. And when you're listening to Ron, remembering to give him some feedback in the comments or in the chat. Okay. So we have our first hypothetical question here. Describe a house you would like to live in. So just give Ron a few more moments. Okay, so Ron, are you ready to start speaking?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, I will try my best to hear you, but I am still hearing a little bit of noise on your microphone. So if you're able to, I don't know, maybe unplug your headset or just try not to touch the microphone, that will help me hear you a little bit better, okay?
Yeah, I'm currently on loudspeaker. I'm not sure what's causing the...
Oh, that's better. That's better. Okay. But yeah, Ron, when you're ready, you can begin.
I would love to live in a 2-story house because I wanted to live with my family, with my parents and then my siblings. I'd prefer it somewhere that's close to my workplace, so that it would be quite handy for me to go and to go to work and to go home as well. Yeah, a simple house, a 2-story simple house would be fine for me, and I would hopefully want that to happen in the future. Is it quite short?
Well, you've still got 1.5 minutes left, so maybe
Okay.
Tell me who you would like to live there with. Tell me more about this house. Describe it to me.
Yeah. Yeah. A 2-story house with a large garden. It would be preferable if there's a pool. A pool. I would love as well that it's somewhere that's although it's close to the city, somewhere that's also close at like country, like it's close to malls or convenience stores or grocery shops, but at the same time it's just few minutes away going to the beach or a small hike. I would want it to be something that's with heaps of windows, sunny, so that it would the sun could. Yeah, that's sorry.
No, 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 it's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, something that's sunny, and then uh, something that's practical at the same time. So yeah, I guess that's my dream. That's my dream home. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you, Ron. It sounds like a beautiful home to live in. So how did you feel doing that speaking practice with me?
Oh, because I don't have my notes, I think it's a bit daunting. But at the same time, I would want to practice so that during the test, I'd be more confident in using and speaking.
Yes, well, exactly. And that's why you're here, right? To practice. So it's
Yes.
definitely good to use these opportunities. So great that you're doing that. I think that, well, the main thing I was listening for was how you use that hypothetical language, the second conditional, which you did really well. I would love to live. It would be fine. It would have lots of windows. So your use of grammar was excellent, very accurate. You also used some nice vocabulary. I think you said something would be handy. That's quite nice, kind of idiomatic language to use. So that's great. My advice would just be to, practice so that you're aware of what speaking for 2 minutes feels like. Because if you stop short of the 2 minutes, the examiner is not going to necessarily help you like I did, oh, tell me about, who you would live there with and things like that. So it's really up to you to make sure you speak for the full 2 minutes. Your pronunciation was nice and clear. There was just one word which you need to think about the word stress, because you said preferable. So just be careful with this word, because when we use it as a verb, we do say prefer. But when it's an adjective, the stress is on the first syllable, so preferable.
Oh, preferable.
So I think it would be, I can't remember what you said, but it would be preferable. So we stress the first syllable of that word.
Preferable. Yes.
But apart from that, it was really great job, Ron. And I hope that you'll be back again another week to practice with me.
Yes, thank you, Grace.
Thank you so much. Okay, well, have a great day, Ron. I'm going to bring in somebody else now to speak with me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. So let's bring in somebody else then. We've got Elsie. So Elsie, I am going to bring you in and do some speaking practice with you. Hello, Elsie. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi. How are you doing? Where are you joining us from today?
I'm from Riyadh.
Lovely. And what time is it there? Is it must be the evening for you, right?
It's afternoon here. It's 4:15 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Okay, not so bad then. Excellent. And Elsie, would you like to do some speaking practice with me today?
I will try my best, yes.
Excellent, excellent. Well done. Okay, well, I'm going to show you your question and then give you your 1 minute to prepare. So here we go. Here is your question. Okay, so just giving Elsie her 1 minute to prepare. Once again, I encourage everybody else to join in at home and have a go at this. Something that you can do is make your notes, and then after the class, you could film or record yourself on your phone answering this question, and then listen and give yourself feedback. So just because you're not in the class with me right now does not mean that you can't have a chance to practice. So I can see that someone else has joined us. Oh, we've got Thelma in the class. Hello, Thelma. And we've got Maria on Facebook from South Africa. And you would like to work in Canada or Australia. Well, good luck with that, Maria. I hope that you manage to do that one day. Oh, okay. So Elsie, that is your 1 minute preparation time. So when you're ready, you can begin speaking.
Birthdays are one of our most memorable occasions every year. But for me, if I would celebrate my birthday this year, I would love to celebrate it in the Philippines because it's been a long time I didn't go home. I would like to spend it with my family and friends there and make it one of my best. I just want a simple birthday. I would like to rent a certain place at the middle of our of a farm maybe, or just a simple place in which there's a pool. We can do some barbecue, and I could spend most of my time with my brothers and sisters since it's been quite a while that I didn't see them, and just talk to them, tell our stories since the those years that was not been spent together. I would like to make time with my family and just spend most of our fun laughters together, and maybe we can dive in the pool, and then after we are have enough time there, we can have our barbecue in the garden. And I would say it would be simple, but it's a memory to be cherished for the rest of my life.
Lovely. You've got about 30 seconds left. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Mm. That's
You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Elsie.
thank you. Welcome.
How did you feel doing that speaking practice?
There's a bit of nervousness. I could feel it in my voice, but I'm trying my best, and then I'm trying to grasp some vocabulary words that I could describe the occasion. I'm trying to imagine what would that occasion be, or so that I can still express myself. But I think I'm still I still need more practice.
Absolutely. And like I said to Ron, that's why we're here. So well done for coming up and practicing, even though you feel nervous. It's the best thing you can be doing for yourself. So well done. I think that something you did really well when you were answering that question is that you had a good level of fluency. I mean, you did finish talking a little bit early. I would encourage you to try to speak for the full 2 minutes. But when you were speaking, you were very fluent. There wasn't much hesitation. You were able to talk quite continuously and fluently. So that was great.
Mm-hmm.
With the grammar that you were using, so there was one point where you said, if I would celebrate my birthday, just be careful. After if, we need to use the past simple. So if I celebrated my birthday, I would spend it with my family. Okay, so be careful you don't say if I would, because that's not how we use it. But apart from that, yes, you did use a good range of vocabulary. Your pronunciation was clear, and it was well structured what you were saying. So I think you did a great job. And next time, just try to speak for 2 minutes. But apart from that, good work, Elsie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you for participating, and I'll maybe see you again sometime.
Yes, I'll try my best. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Elsie. Now we are going to bring in somebody else. I've got JG here. So JG, I'm assuming that you would like to have a go. So let's bring you in. Hello.
Hi, Mom.
How are you today?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Which country are you joining us from today?
I'm currently in Saudi Arabia, Mom.
Okay, in Saudi Arabia, lovely. And what was your answer to the question, if you could live anywhere, where would you live?
I would like to live in United States of America.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'm going to give you an opportunity to talk about that now with the next question. So this is your practice question. Describe a place. Oh, I'm sorry. No, try to describe a place in your country you would like to visit. Not a different country, your country. and I'll give you 1 minute to prepare, and then we'll do your speaking, okay? Okay, so JG has got his 1 minute to prepare, everybody. So I think this is such an interesting question, and I'm very much looking forward to JG's answer. Why doesn't everybody else join in by writing in the comments or the chat a place in your country you would like to visit? I'm always very interested to hear about people's home countries and the places that they value the most and that they recommend people visit. So let's see, we've got people joining from all over the world today. So let me know in the comments a place in your country you would like to visit. Maybe one day I will be able to go. Okay. Okay, so JG, that is your 1 minute. Are you ready to start speaking?
Oh.
Excellent. When you're ready, you can start.
Okay, well, actually, there's a lot of places in the Philippines that a person can enjoy, but this particular place caught my attention. It is the Tagaytay City. It is resided in the southern part of the Philippines. It is just like um, 50 kilometers away from the heart of the city, which is Manila. And what is best about this place is the freezing temperature that they have. Because unlike in the big city Manila, it is so hot. But if you will go to this kind of place, you will enjoy the stay because of the temperature, also the kind of weather like they felt in this kind of place. Well, I would like to visit some famous or popular place in this vicinity, which is the Picnic Grove, wherein me and my family can do a camping or enjoy horseback riding because there's a lot of things or activities they are offering. Aside from that, if you want some religious activity, I can go to Pink Sisters Chapel. It is one of the unique religious place in our country because this is been organized or managed by a nun, and they are all wearing this pink dress, and for me it is distinct. Uh, I mean, in the Philippines. Well, on top of that, it is also the perfect place to retire for those old generation in our country, because it is considered as a countryside and the safest place in the Philippines.
Lovely. Thank you so much, JG.
I still have time. Okay.
I'm just going to stop you there because you've gone past your 2 minutes. So well done for managing to speak for the whole time. How did you feel doing that task?
Well, it is the first time for me to encounter this task.
Your first time. Oh, well, congratulations. You did a great job. So did you feel nervous or how did you feel?
Yeah, of course.
A little bit nervous.
A little bit shaky, yeah.
Well, that's very normal. So
Yep.
well done for doing it anyway. I could not tell that you were nervous, actually. You seemed like you'd done that before, so well done. So let's talk about the things that you did well. I think that you did a good job of keeping going. So you managed to talk well beyond the 2 minutes, which was great. And I liked how you were linking your ideas. So you used some connecting words such as aside from that, to link and join your ideas. That's really great because it helps with your fluency. You talked about, you said, if you go, you will enjoy it, which is a good use of a first conditional. So well done. One thing that I heard, you talked about camping, and I think you said do camping. So with that activity, we actually say go. Usually with activities such as camping, swimming, horse riding, we use it with the verb go. So you can go camping, go swimming, go horse riding, for example. Okay. But apart from that, I thought you did a really great job and well done. Do you have any questions that you want to ask?
Thank you, Mom.
Okay,
for the
well, well
experience.
done. And I was very interested to hear about the place that you were describing. It sounds wonderful. I hope that I can go one day.
You should, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, right, so thank you, JG. Okay, so we are nearing the end of our class. I really appreciate all of the people who came in to speak today. Before we wrap up with Jennifer coming back in, I have a question for everybody. What did you learn today about IELTS speaking? So if we could write into the chat or into the comments one thing that you learnt in the class today. Okay, so it could be something about grammar. It could be something about the speaking test in particular. It could be some feedback that you received. Okay, so Ron learned about hypothetical questions. Okay, Ron, I'm glad that you got something out of that. And yes, in IELTS Part 2 and Part 3, it's very likely that you will have to answer some kind of hypothetical question. So it's good to be comfortable with the grammar. Elsie built confidence. Oh, I'm so glad that you felt you built confidence. Every time you practice, you will build your confidence a little bit. Thelma, oh, Thelma, I'm sorry you didn't get to practice with me today, but you learned about, keeping speaking for 2 minutes is very important. So when you do your IELTS test, you should try to speak for the full 2 minutes, even if the examiner has to stop you, that's okay. It just gives more opportunity for you to demonstrate your communication skills, okay? JG learned how to use I'd like and I would like. Good. Yes, so just remembering when we're speaking, I'd like, trying to use that contraction is very good to be aware of that. Okay, wonderful. So that's what we learned. Now, can I ask, at the beginning of the class, I told you to give me from 1 to 5 how confident you feel talking about hypothetical situations. So I think 1 was I feel terrible, and a 5 was I feel very confident. And I think we were all about a 3. So has anybody's score improved to maybe a 4? Let's see if everyone can just write. So JG said from 3, I can say 4. Excellent. Elsie says 4. I hope you're not just saying that to make me feel better. No, I believe you. I believe you. Ron's saying a 3 or a 4. Okay, well, any kind of improvement in your confidence is wonderful. So I'm so glad that you felt that you got more confident and you improved that aspect of your speaking. So well done, everybody. I can see that Jennifer is back again. Gosh, that hour just flew by. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello, you're right. The hour just goes too quick. Too quickly, but what a great class. And I'm glad everyone participated, and hopefully they learned a little something for this weekend for anyone taking their IELTS exam. So that's exciting.
Excellent, yeah.
Yeah,
And thank you to everyone for participating as well. And I could see, Jennifer, we had a question on Facebook, someone saying how to join. So I believe you are now going to tell us exactly how people can join.
Oh, definitely. I didn't see that question, so you bet. Well, I did not introduce myself. Let me do that really quick. Again, my name is Jennifer Olsen. I'm the IELTS support specialist here at Connetics USA. If you have passed your NCLEX exam after that process, then you are handed off to me where I will get you enrolled. I can get you the link and the information, and you will just click on that and we will get you going. I put you in our Telegram group, and that is the easiest, quickest way to do that. I don't know if Grace has a link that you wanted me to post. I don't think so, but you can also reach out to me too. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Telegram, I'm on WhatsApp, I'm also on Facebook. My email is jennifer@coneticsusa.com. If you have any questions about, Swoosh or, Connetics on that end, I can definitely help you out with that. And I'm just going to go over a couple of things really quick. I'll start out with the success path. We've got 7 different phases here, and I'll try to run through it really quickly. Sometimes it takes a little extra time. My apologies. So like I mentioned, the NCLEX is required. That's always required first. To qualify as an RN to move here to the U.S., you do need to pass your NCLEX. Prepare for the exam, apply to take the test. So everyone seems like passing the NCLEX, and I always think that's so funny, Grace, but not funny, but everyone is so nervous to take their IELTS exam. Isn't that something? But they breeze through the NCLEX.
Oh, really?
They do. And that's something. Yeah. So I always have to remind them, you're already a nurse. You've just passed your NCLEX. This is a breeze. You'll do this. So the step 2, the preparation for the interview is screening match interview preparation. So we will do our best to get you in the best state that's hiring, and preferably a state that you like, but they're all the same to you. So it's probably just a good situation all the way around. We've got 50 of them here. So, and we're hiring all the time, which is really neat. Let's see, we've got our, that's the screening match interview, and then interview with the employer. So that's kind of a big deal. And once that happens and you have accepted your job offer, that's where I come in. And after you have accepted your offer, then you are a Connetics nurse, and I will get you enrolled. So that's kind of exciting. So the phase 3 is the visa framework. You're looking at a TN visa or a green card. All right, you're going to be gathering up your documents and immigration accelerator. So there's just a lot to do, a lot in the process, but you do take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and you will get here. So that's really exciting. Your phase 4 is your licensing and your credentialing. If you're here, obviously you do need to pass your English proficiency exam, your IELTS exam. So if anyone is here in this class and you do not need to take your IELTS exam, well, let us know. Maybe you're just here to, just let us know. So anyway, your phase 5 is the get ready game plan. You're looking at the financial side of things, your language, your clinical, immigration, and you're going to prepare for your transition here to the U.S. So that's a lot to take in. Can be a little overwhelming, but everyone here at Connetics, we all have a role here, and we will get you situated. So it's a little less maybe nerve-wracking. I don't know if that's the right word. It's probably just nerve-wracking, overwhelming, excitement, every single feeling you could feel, you're going to feel. The arrival sequence is the 6th phase. You're looking at your orientation, training, your concierge, transportation, all of these things to get you here. And then the 7th step is to enjoy and prosper. And like I just said an hour ago, I think Elvin is actually, we've got Elvin and Elvis are recently posted their pictures and their success story and what is going on. I think one just went to Stanford, the other one, it's so hard to keep track. But anyway, if you follow us on our Connetics page, you definitely want to follow us on our Connetics page on Facebook. It's so exciting to see all what they're going to do before they get here, and then they get here, and just that whole experience can be probably overwhelming and mind-blowing at the same time. So the Connetics IELTS programs and assets. What we're looking at here is complimentary IELTS review course. Connetics USA is offering a full ride 100% scholarship for your review here with Swoosh English. So that's kind of exciting. If you have not passed your IELTS exam, do not worry. We will get you enrolled and put you through the entire process so you can pass your IELTS exam the first time. So that's kind of exciting. Free IELTS classes weekly. So we've got Grace and we've got a handful of many other wonderful instructors here who are IELTS examiners. So that's kind of exciting. We've got free study groups and study partners. I stress to make sure you are in the Telegram group. Sometimes I get emails about this, and it's really hard to match you up with someone through email. So just make sure you are in our Telegram group and you're participating. Free Facebook group. Like I mentioned before, we do have our Facebook group. We post a lot of our information and links in there for our classes and everything you're going to need to know to pass your IELTS exam the first time. That frog just won't go away. Free WhatsApp group Telegram, like I just mentioned. So it is pretty exciting. Like I also mentioned, our WhatsApp group was a cute little group, and then it exploded into Telegram, and we are almost 1,000. We are not far away from 1,000 nurses in this group. So that in less than a year too, mind you. That's a really big deal. So we have quadrupled in size, and I just think that's really neat that all of these nurses are wanting to achieve their American dream and move to the U.S., and I love that I can be a part of that. It might be a small part, but it's still a part. Connetics IELTS Support Specialist, and that is me. They've hired me to do this job. So if you need any help, I'm always here for you, almost around the clock. I'm here all the time. Like I mentioned earlier, Telegram, WhatsApp. You can always contact me via email, Facebook, however. And then we also have the monthly IELTS raffle. We try to do this at the end of the month every Friday. And if you are the lucky winner, you will receive your IELTS exam paid for by us here at Connetics USA. So that's kind of exciting. You do need to be active in your review. And at the end of the month, we will throw your name in the list, in the hat, and our little color, the mascot of Connetics will hopefully draw your name out. We also have the IELTS Scholarship Program. What does that consist of? You're looking at 8 modules with 8 milestone tests. It is critical that you do try to finish all 8 modules with the milestone tests that are found at the end of each module, okay? This is critical if you're looking to pass your IELTS exam the first time, so you're not having to take it many, many times. It can get very expensive. 20 writing corrections. We also offer the writing corrections that you will find in your dashboard. So after you log in, there is your writing corrections. Recorded live classes also. So if you do miss this class or any other class, please feel free to log into your Swoosh account, go to your dashboard, and you will see a place for your recorded live classes. Scroll through there and feel free to watch as many as you like. Mock exams, you will find that at the end of your review once you log in. It is at the very end at the bottom. That's a common question. Where are the mock exams? Okay. Your speaking partner, that is something else that we can provide you with. That's also, I see posts on that in our Facebook group. And it's also commonly, there's a lot of activity in our Telegram group about who's getting matched up and where. So if you want to reach out to me, we can get that going for you. Around the clock support from Swoosh and Connetics, and that is very true. So we've got Grace. She's also in our Telegram group offering all of her wisdom and her support. She's been recently putting these nice little videos out, little reminders for everyone to stay tuned, and little tips and tricks on how to pass that exam the first time. So that's very nice. And we don't give enough appreciation for all the admins working hard in this Telegram group to keep all of our nurses happy. So Grace, and we've got Barb, they're working around the clock. And then of course me, I'm always here, always, bugging you, not trying to bug you, but maybe bugging you a little to pass that exam. So that's kind of part of my role here, is to get you in gear, get your little bum in gear. Put it nicely. Sometimes
everyone needs a bit of motivation now and again.
They do. They need it, and I hear it all the time too. So sometimes I think, well, maybe I went a little too far on that nurse. Maybe I kicked her a little hard, But then after they pass, they're so appreciative. So I'm just like, well, I guess that was good. That was the right amount of push.
No, I'm sure they appreciate it, Jennifer, absolutely. And
Yeah,
thank
definitely.
you for talking through the program once again.
Oh, you
There
bet.
really is so much involved, so much to do. So yeah, definitely. I have posted the link into the comments. So if anyone would like to, the people who were asking about how to sign up, please do just click on that link in the comments.
Please do. We are excited to have you. We're excited to have you move to the U.S. with your knowledge and your expertise. And the time is now, like Tanya always says, the time is now. And also, don't think that you, don't be scared of the IELTS exam. I know it can be a little overwhelming, but don't be scared and you will pass. You will pass. Trust me.
Absolutely. We're here to get you through it and get you passing. So
Yes.
And yeah, and I just wanted to leave this little note for everybody to let you all know that the next one of these classes will be next Friday. So
Great.
on the 3rd of June, and I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone back here again. So thank you. And thank you very much, Jennifer.
Oh, you bet. I love Swoosh. I love you guys. And well, I love Connetics, of course, and work hard. And I say work hard and play hard and get this done. And once you open up that email, I think it's just like, I just can't imagine. You've worked so hard. You work so hard. And then you open up that email and it says you've passed. So I think, wow, that's amazing.
Must be the best feeling in the world. And we always love to hear from students once they've passed. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, definitely. And make sure you tell me too. That's another big one. Sometimes I get these emails or messages or whatever the case may be. Oh, I've passed, oh, great. Well, send me a copy of your screenshot, please, or your TRF, so I can update your, I want to update your application with the new best news. So for the next step for your application. So it's so exciting. I think they get so overwhelmed. So,
Okay.
All right.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Jennifer. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again next Friday. And thank you again, everybody who participated in the class today.
Definitely. See you next week. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.